In tonight's ECO9 segment, we are talking about the fight over a growing energy source that's supposed to be better than coal when it comes to climate change.
So it's called liquefied natural gas, or LNG, and the U.S. is now the world's top supplier. But producing and burning the fuel also increases greenhouse gas emissions.
Yeah, reporter Ben Tracy takes a closer look at the controversy surrounding these new gas plants along the Gulf Coast.
On most days, John Allaire grabs his camera out of his truck.
And what are you looking for? What are you taking pictures of?
Of them flaring.
To see what his neighbor is doing.
So when they're flaring like that, when that's coming out of that stack, what is that?
That's methane mostly.
His mailbox is just a mile from this liquefied natural gas export terminal called Calcasieu Pass. LNG is natural gas that is supercooled into a liquid so it can be loaded onto tankers and shipped overseas.
Every one of those stacks, you see the red and white stacks over there? Those are putting out emissions.
Allaire is a former oil industry engineer and is documenting what's known as flaring, when the plant burns off excess gas.
This is what clean energy looks like in Louisiana.
He's not only worried about breathing potentially toxic air, but also about America's natural resources being sent to Europe and Asia.
And it makes no sense. It's all about let's monetize it, make as much money as we can.
So if this was staying domestic, you'd feel differently about it?
Yeah.
The plant is owned by a company called Venture Global. It denied our request for an interview, but in a statement said it has made dramatic progress in minimizing flaring and that the world needs more energy, specifically natural gas. This is one of 8 operating LNG export terminals in the U.S. 7 more are under construction. U.S. capacity has more than tripled since 2018 and is expected to double again by 2030.
No CP2!
This unprecedented boom worries climate activists who call these new LNG plants carbon bombs. Natural gas, while considered cleaner than coal, produces both carbon dioxide and methane emissions that are rapidly warming the planet.
We are the largest exporter of natural gas in the world.
We talked to Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm earlier this year, just after the White House put a pause on approving any new LNG exports. It's looking at the impacts on the environment, rising domestic prices for natural gas, and America's energy security.
Are we going to continue to just authorize and authorize, or should we take a beat and say, what is all of this doing?
There's no legal basis for it. They cited no legal basis for it.
Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill is one of 16 state attorneys general suing the administration over the pause. She thinks President Biden is trying to appeal to climate voters.
So do you think this is just politics in an election year?
I do 100% believe it's just politics in an election year.
Do you worry about the potential climate impacts?
No.
Why
because
not?
that's not my job. I mean, my job is to hold them accountable under the law.
Basically, that's where they want to build their export terminal.
John Allaire is now fighting another LNG plant that would be built right next to his property.
That'll be their fence line.
He says these companies making billions selling gas overseas should think about more than just money.
We need to conserve our natural resources for us.
This feels like a big fight. Goliath is literally over your shoulder. You think you can win this?
I wouldn't be fighting it if I didn't think I could.
Ben Tracy, CBS News.
Cameron, Louisiana.